Wednesday Night Baseball on MLB Network from Angel Stadium of Anaheim. Tonight we wrap up this three-game series between the Minnesota Twins and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. The Twins attempt to break out the brooms in this three-game series right after this. Reed Dempster, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. Dan Plesac, what do you got? Digging in, Darren Obradovich.
Leading off tonight for
we are
Minnesota.
Set for baseball here this evening.
Darren Obradovich.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And the first pitch of the night here is taken for ball one, and we're underway in Anaheim. So, fellas, this Angels team entering play here tonight. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, you hate D-Row. This has not been the kind of homestand that they would like to have so far. Through the first 5 games, they're 2-3 D-Row. Getting to 500 on this homestand is certainly one thing they'd like to do here today.
Yeah, they can salvage a little bit right now. They can walk out of here today with a smile on their face if they can get this back to 500 in the center field game.
Number 25.
Nice piece of hitting right there. When you're facing a young blood on the mound, young starting pitcher, you want to get him into the stretch as quick as possible. You want to see how he handles the moment, see if maybe you can run on him. A lot of things going to open up with this next at bat.
Here's Byron Buxton now, and they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. 1-0 count. Here it is. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Buxton has what you'd call elite speed. His legs are a big part of his game on both sides of the scorecard.
This is one tool, Matty, I know nothing about. I used to get to first base, hand my batting gloves to the first base coach, give daps to the first baseman, and be like, yo, what's up? This guy gets on first base, and he's thinking about second and third.
Buxton ahead in the count, 3 balls and a strike. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
You know what, Dan? I'm always baffled when Eric Summersgill's behind the dish because he has a tendency to favor one side of the plate.
You know, that's one of the things I think pitchers get a little bit frustrated with the E-train at times. It's like, hey, you're going to give me that inside corner, give it to me, but don't keep moving the dish around on me all game.
Hit back up the middle. That's into center field for another base hit, and trouble's brewing here to start the ball game.
Hey, 2 runners on after back-to-back singles right there. They are in prime position to put the first run
number 22.
Into the box now, number 22. As he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat is strike 1. Operated in. It's a ball and a strike. Obradovich on second. Buxton first with no outs. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here. So the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
All even now, 2-2. 2-2, here it is. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Dan Robinson is on deck. swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out. And now here's a look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Dan.
Well, I'm a little concerned with the play of Byron Buxton right now. Look, he's coming off a month where he hit under 200. That's under the Mendoza line, which is like almost unheard of. I guess some guys do it, but man, this guy he's lucky. He's still insane.
Bases full now following the error. And that'll bring forth the rookie outfielder, Sean Obradovich. The set and the pitch. First pitch curveball runs in a bit too tight. It's ball one. Hits this one hard the other way. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. And the run will score as the Twins grab the early 1-0 lead.
Boy, after scoring a boatload yesterday, D-Roll, they're off to a fast start again, striking here in the first inning.
Yeah, this offense is on fire. Obviously, the hitting meeting resonated with these guys. Scored a ton yesterday and picked up right where they left off.
Standing in now, Colby Obradovich. That batting average hovering in the high 230s. 5 homers and 17 RBI. Now the 0-1. Curveball fooled him there as he's way out in front. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. 0-2 count and the pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The next 0-2. A ball on 2 strikes.
Hey, this is a monster strikeout situation right here. The double play would be great in this situation, but I know he's going for the K. You get a 1-2 count on a guy, he's going to throw his nastiest stuff.
And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now. Looking to minimize the damage here. Breaking ball that's cut on and missed for the first strike.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes in this game.
1-1 the count now. 1-1. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. 2 out, bases loaded. High and deep to right center. Lagares on the run. And he makes the catch as just a 1 run comes. At the plate, Jared Olivo. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Angels,
here's the first pitch to him.
hitter.
Right there for strike 1. And guys, as we take a look at the Twins at the start of play here tonight, 4-2 over the last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Hey, not an easy thing to do, D-Row, to get a sweep, a 3-game sweep on the road. They've won the first 2, looking to put a bow on this one here.
Yeah, to win 3 on the road, Dan, significantly difficult in today's game. You try and take care of business at home. This would be huge for this team.
And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
Talk about frustrating as a pitcher. You make a great pitch like that, the guy just lays off of it. That barely missed the zone.
Fastball laid off well below the knees.
Boy, not what you want coming out of the gate as a pitcher, right? You don't want to have to show all of your pitches this early on in the game, but that's a quality at bat. And what does it make you do as a pitcher? You have to use a lot of your pitches, and the more pitches a hitter sees, the better chance they have to make good contact.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. Obradovich is there to put it away for out number 1. So here's a look now at the Angels starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, what's the key in avoiding the sweep?
Yeah, Matty, a lot of professional at bat, up and down this lineup. I know they're behind right now, but it only takes one guy to set the tone and get the boys going.
0-1 the count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Waiting on it, the left fielder makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting
And
third.
now for the Angels,
The left
Taylor
fielder,
Ward. First
number
cuts for
3.
him here with the bases open and 2 away. A ball and no strikes. And the off-speed pitch is taken here, a ball and a strike. And he'll come back with
Count
one
is
in the
2
third
and
as the
1.
count moves to 2-1 now.
D-Rod.
2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Angels go down 1-2-3. They still standing in. Royce Lewis will be back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game.
Lewis.
Got him swinging for the first out. Stepping in, Ryan Jeffries. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. And that's up and in for ball 1. Today's ball game provides the Twins with a chance to end the series on a really high note, of course. A win will complete the sweep.
One of the toughest things to do at this level is to win on the road. With the win today, this would be a sweep of a road series.
One out, nobody on. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. And the throw to first is there to record the second out.
The batter, number 1.
Stepping into the
Second
box,
baseman.
Darren Obradovich.
Darren
He reached on a single in his
Obradovich.
first try. And a cut
Count
fastball that
1-0.
just bounces near the plate for a ball. There's a breaking ball that falls in there for a strike to even things at 1-1.
D-Rod.
A swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Yeah, Matty, not only is this guy using all 4 quadrants, he's elevating, getting their eye level up with a quality fastball.
No, that's off the
Ball
plate.
2
Ball
as
2.
the breaking ball misses inside.
Pretty standard curve in the dirt, looking for a strikeout there, but that was a good job of recognizing it.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3. And so striding in.
And here we go.
He'll lead things off here in this
The first
one-run
baseman.
contest.
Jared.
Ball 1.
Pitch taken
Walk.
several inches
Ball 1,
below
no
the
strike.
zone, in fact. Called strike at the knees, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
That changeup came in at 89 miles an hour. You know a guy throws
Oh,
hard
that's
when
it.
his off speed is in the high 80s.
Here now the 2-2. Hit hard on the ground to second. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it.
The third baseman.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Now at the plate, Jake Lamb. And he's one of the more dangerous hitters in baseball right now, carrying a 10-game hitting streak into this one. So this is pulled in by the shortstop.
Batting 5th.
It is Jorge Soler. In the series, he's 4 for 15 and looking to improve on that here. In there, and it's 0-1. Walsh is under at first with 1 gone in the inning. 1-1. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. 2-2 to Jorge Soler. High high and deep to right center. Over to his right. And that's the second out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. In now is Anthony Rendon. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. Popped up. Lewis waits on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Matt Vasgersian, Mark DeRosa, and Dan Plesac back with you as Byron Buxton readies to lead off the inning.
Byron Buxton.
First offering on its way. Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner. Back up the middle. And this will find its way into center field for a leadoff single.
Hey guys, he's not known for being a singles hitter right here, but that's his second knock of the game.
Number 22.
And I'm sure he'll take him, but the guys on the other side of the scorecard might be thinking we really avoid a real spade. He'll step off the rubber and go to first. And he'll be back in standing up. Stepping in now, number 22. As he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. On the ground to second base. This could be two. One there. On to first, and they get them both. Next to the cleanup hitter, Dan Robinson. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that cue ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a two-out rally started.
One. Waves and misses for strike number two. This one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there.
Welcome back. The Angels are set to hit here in the third inning, and hit is something that they've done very well this season. To start the day, they are ranked among the league leaders in both home runs and slugging percentage. I asked some of the hitters about their approach prior to the game, and they told me it's all about pitch selection. They trust in their talent, so as long as they're picking up good pitches to hit and not getting anxious to swing in the box, they know that will translate into a lot of production. Certainly seems to be working for them this year, guys.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Left fielder has a beat on it. One out. In now, Joe Hudson. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Just couldn't pull that one back in time. It's 0-2 now.
0-2.
And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And they'll squeeze this one for the second out.
Now batting.
Riding in once again, Jared Olivo. He flew out in his last at-bat. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now
he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
The batter number 4.
Running at first following the error. And that'll bring up the switch-hitting shortstop, Luis Renfroe. No balls and a strike to count. Olivo is off at first with 2 away. Line toward the gap in left center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. Keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
This is the guy they're going to have to be careful with. He could put 3 runs on the board in a hurry. So expect them to try to get him to chase something out of the zone if he can.
3-0 to him now.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. He's going to have to make some good pitches here.
3-1 the count now. He's sent the 3-1. Sinker misses, ball 4. Into the box now. Garrett Wall.
First base.
He's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And it's fouled away. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
You can't hear it from here, obviously, but I think someone in the dugout just yelled, "Wear it," because that could have been a run.
Bases are loaded here, 2 down. That's lifted the other way out to left. In there, base hit. 1 run is scored. He'll come home with it. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Hey, Dan, batter drives in 2 right there to give his team the lead. This looks like it's going to be a little bit back and forth. As a pitcher, how do you stop the bleeding?
Meanwhile now, this is a drive out the straightaway right field. And it's going to get out of here. A home run.
First home run of the game, but the bats are definitely alive for both teams tonight. There have been a ton of hits already. The right fielder might want to duck and cover if things continue this way.
Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one foul off to the right side. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jack.
I think it's time to start pitching around this guy. He's hit 3 home runs already in the series. I'm not sure what more they need to see, but this is not the guy I want to be pitching to right now.
1-0 the count. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And that's waved at and missed. 1-1. Rendon, a 6'1" right-handed swinger and thrower. He was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has.
Center fielder,
nice
number 12,
Obradovich is there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Leading off the inning, Sean Obradovich. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys now to start driving in some runs.
The designated hitter, Goldie.
At the plate, Colby Obradovich comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he lays off there, 1-0. 1 run, 4 hits. And 1 error make up the totals for the Twins to this point. Breaking ball that drops in for a strike.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
The 1-2. Swung on and crushed. Everyone just stands there and watches it fly. A solo shot here to left. 6th home run on the season for him. As the lead is cut to 4, it's 6-2 now.
Well, one home run is not going to erase the big inning they just gave up, but it will stop the bleeding a little bit and make them feel a little bit better about themselves. We'll see if they can build on that here.
Up next for the Twins.
Here's Carlos Correa now.
Carlos.
His first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Ooh, tough to lay off there, but it's called a ball 1-2.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down. Standing in, Royce Lewis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matt. He's got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Angels offense with their manager between innings. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said it's been a really complete effort from the hitters today that's resulted in him averaging 2 runs per inning right now. The table setters are doing their job, and the guys behind them have risen to the challenge of getting them home. There are a lot of happy hitters and coaches down here, guys.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Nope. I got
And
1
he
ball,
misses
1
with
strike.
it, 1-1. Swing and a liner. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Next for the Angels.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Jared Olivo. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time. In there, base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
The batter, number 4.
Ready for another shot now. Luis. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Hudson at second. Olivo on at first with nobody out. Taken but called a strike. Swing and a liner. Well, this is held in by the shortstop.
Now
digging in to try it again. Taylor Ward. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Count 1-0.
Ball, but it misses well out of the zone.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Ready now, Jared Wall, coming off the clutch 2-run single his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. Angels strand a couple. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Twins to discuss his thoughts on Minnesota's lineup so far. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to strike.
Thank you, Heidi. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Under this one is Soler, and he'll handle it for the first out.
Now batting, second base.
Stepping up now, Aaron Obradovich. Here comes the first pitch. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1. Bases are empty, one man out.
One ball,
1 and 2.
2 strikes.
And he fouls this one off. Misses.
I got to
Ball
count 2 and 2.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ballgame. Now with the plate, Byron Buxton. He singled his last time. First delivery to him on the way. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. On his way to second is Buxton. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
When you drive the ball into the gap like that, nothing but good things can happen. Neither one of the outfielders had the wheels to catch up to it, and he glides easily into second for a double. Now we'll see if the guys behind him can get him in.
First pitch curveball, swung out and missed. Strike 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Got himself another one. He picks up strikeout number 9 here. So striding forward now. Jake Lamb is 1 for 2 in this one.
The third baseman.
Yeah, now this guy flexed his muscles in that last at bat. We heard that he has good power. That last bomb had to go well over 400 feet. He hit it a long way.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
To 1 and 2 now. Slapped hard the opposite way. Well, this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out number 1.
The right fielder, number 13.
Digging in and looking for more. Jorge Soler. Comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Yeah, that last one, Daddy, he's throwing that fastball. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Hit sharply on the ground. Correa is there in time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Anthony Rendon. He singled and 2 trips to the plate thus far. Fastball in there for a called strike. 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Angels so far. Hit high and deep to right center. Buxton on the move. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Angels are gone in order. They lead it 6-2. Leading off the inning, Dan Robinson. They'll need him to get something going here.
Yeah.
First offering on its way.
Well, that's off.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. A 2-ball, 1-strike count to the Twins' first baseman.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
Now another 2-2. Just hung in there on that one. Fouled off. The 2-2 one more time. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas. So when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit, or at least force him out of the game.
Right fielder.
Striding in, Sean Obradovich. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch on its way. Into center field, line drive, base hit. As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
And here's the thing from a pitcher's perspective. You look at this line and you think, wow, he's been sitting guys down all game long, and that's true. But on the flip side, his pitch count is up there. You have to wonder if he might be starting to get a little bit tired in this one.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts. Colby Obradovich is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And this one gets away. Don't forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. On its way, the 0-2 pitch.
Nope.
Lays off that time.
1 and 2.
1 and 2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. Soler is over near the line now as he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Coming to the plate now, Carlos Correa. Head-to-head numbers against Archie Bradley. He's gone just 2 for 13. Here's the first pitch to him. Pitch to start the at-bat there. It's 0-1.
Ugly swing right there. That pitch wasn't even close. You could tell this guy's been in the swing mode from the minute he walked into the batter's box.
1-1.
Ball 1.
When you've got a guy that throws a good two-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
Good break on the knuckle curve, but he missed with it. 2-1. Obradovich at second with 2 down. Correa in front, 3 balls and a strike. Royce Lewis would be next. The 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
You know he wants to end this inning right here on 3-2, but I don't think we'll see him lay one in on the next pitch there with the base open to work with.
Count still full, 3-2. Carlos Correa with a 2-run shot. 3rd home run for him on the year, and they cut the gap here. It's now 6-4. Well, we've now seen 4 homers combined between these two clubs today. What are your thoughts, guys?
Matty V, this is just one of those days where the ball seems to be flying, D-Row. The hitters are on point, the pitchers are making very good pitches.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's all about executing pitches, and they're not doing it today. They're leaving a lot of balls over the heart of the plate, and this offense, both offenses are taking advantage.
And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. But 2 runs. Now batting, Juan Lagares.
And
0 for 2 for him so far. He's flied out and popped out.
The center fielder, Juan Lagares.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Just
Ball,
off the outside that time. Laid off for a ball. And he watches a called strike as this
1-1.
one bears in on him. 1-1. The 1-1. Taken for strike 2. The 1-2. It's a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Now
into the box. Joe Hudson. Now here comes the Twins manager on his way to the mound.
Now
And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. So he'll depart after 5 1/3 innings of work and with no shot to win the decision. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Taken, and that one catches the bottom part of the strike zone. Now the 1-1 pitch is laid off for ball 2. Hit out to its second. Throw that time, but no problem over those first as they record the out.
Now back, the designated hitter
At the top of the Angels lineup now, and stepping in, Jared Olivo. First offering on its way.
Whoa, that pitch is out.
Much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can run it up there close to 100 miles per hour. But it's so fun to watch it. He blew it right by him there.
Buxton is going to have room out there. Back here at Angel Stadium of Anaheim. The Angels are out on top in this one as we get caught up on our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Chris Davinsky is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. He's getting a little jumpy in the box, so he steps out and asks for time. Alex Healy is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7.
Alex Healy.
Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. Healy, an imposing left-handed figure at 6'4" tall. This is his first year at the big league level. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. He pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Now at the plate, Darren Obradovich.
The batter number 1. Second baseman, Darren Obradovich.
First pitch on its way. Hit out towards second. Throw in time at first for route number 2. Ready for another chance. Byron Buxton trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him.
No, that's
now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw to first to get it easily, and his side is retired.
Your
Alex
attention,
Healy
please.
will stay in the ball game and will likely do the catching
Number
from here
5,
out.
Alex
Now in the box,
Healy.
Luis Renfroe, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Strike taken up in the zone.
That pitch is in triple digits. I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. 1-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Number 22 moves over a few steps to his right as he's got it for the first out.
Number 3.
Digging in, Taylor Ward going to strike that victim twice in this one. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, look at that.
Taken in over at first for the second out. That might have been extra bases if it was 3 feet higher. Whoa. Fastball on the inner third, taken for a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
That's a ball.
Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. A swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. Jake Lamb will step toward the box here, and as he does, we flash you back to inning number 3 as you check out his 3-run home run. A big blow early on. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
No ball, 2 strikes.
This is what makes him so dangerous as a pitcher. 5 weapons that he can go to, and he's working ahead in the count. This is a tough matchup.
And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. And they try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. Hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike, and the inning is over. Aaron Luke has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Up next for Minnesota, number 22. 0 for 3 to a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Harrison Bader is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th. Corner and slicing foul. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
You know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. This is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Line to the right side. Leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. Oh, no, he can't hold on to it.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make it out. We have to find a way to put 2 men, maybe 3 men, put some pressure on this defense.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
You can't allow this offense to get going right here. Leadoff man on doesn't kill us. Let's try and roll a double play right here. Let's execute a good pitch down and away. See if we can get a ground ball and rely on your defense a little bit.
Both teams have 9 hits on the scoreboard. Behind 0-2 now. 1-2.
One
To
ball,
the Twins
2
catcher.
strikes.
The 1-2. Still 1-2. On a line to shortstop. But the runner was back in time to avoid the double play.
Now batting, right fielder.
Stepping in, Sean Obradovich.
Obradovich.
Ready. Here's the first offering. Hit hard to the right side. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting,
Hero, not a bad
designated
night.
hitter.
3 singles.
Goldie.
Hey, we'll take 3 or 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Stan, where everything's a homer, a walker, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
To the right side and through a base hit. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. But luckily it doesn't get far enough away to allow the runners to
The
advance.
batter, the shortstop.
Yeah, I don't know if I love the approach of pulling the trigger on that arrow pitch. I can't imagine that's exactly what he's looking for. The result works. The pitcher can't be too much.
Into the box, Carlos Correa. So watch
Ball
one
one,
miss
no
down
strike.
and in for a ball, 1-0. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Pops this one up. Wall trying to get there. He's there. Blocks it off his glove. And he is in there. And that will score the run from third. And don't look now as the lead's cut to 2 here.
Now batting, the
The
third
next
baseman.
cleanup, Royce Lewis. As he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Row. Home run earlier in the
Ball,
night.
that's
And that
inside.
base hit right there drives in his 3rd run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup. And that's exactly been the case today. He not only mixed in that big
Look out,
bomb,
1-1.
but now he's got 3 ribbons to do.
And now we see a right-hander up and throwing in the Angel bullpen. On the ground to short. Could this be 2? The second for 1. Related first in time. And just like that, the side is retired. Twins forced to settle for 1.
Your attention,
Harrison
please.
Bader will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field.
Now playing left field. Number
Stepping
12.
in and ready for another
Harrison
shot, Jorge Soler is working on a 1-for-3 thus far. First offering on its way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. The Twins entered the day looking to wrap up a big series sweep, but it's going to take some late-game heroics in order to make that a reality.
Never easy to sweep any team, but this is a close one, and there's an old saying.
Sliding effort there. Eyes and leadoff man's on base to start the inning.
I don't know what side of the fence I fall on, boys. Old school, new school. I
Second
think I kind
baseman,
of stand right along that.
Anthony.
One thing that gets me jacked up.
Go.
Watching guys grind
Ball
down
one.
down the dry base hits the other.
Count 1-0.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Ready? Here's the 1-0. Down the first baseline.
That ball's
But
foul.
a foul ball, 1-1. Runners on the move for second. Swung on and missed the throw.
Got him.
In
That's
time,
out.
and he is nailed at second. 1 out, nobody on. Fouled away. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Got him swinging on the fastball there.
Now
Anthony Rendon goes down for out number 2 in the bottom half. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Hit out towards second. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Wander Suero comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. Digging in for his second at bat, Alex Keeler will be charged with trying to get on board, leading off the ninth.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
Comes set and the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Count is 1-2 now.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
The 1-2. And it's fouled away. The next 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. Throw down to first, 1 away.
The batter, number 1. Second
Digging in, Darren Bogdanovich. He got on top of one. It was a ground out victim last time. Here's the first pitch to him. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now, 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And he will recover in time to get it over to first. Nicely done there as they record the second out. In the box now, Byron Buxton comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. Set, here it comes. Hammered the other way to deep right field. So they're going back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ballgame.
Well, the pitcher gives up the double. He can't do anything about that now. He just needs to put it behind him and focus on the man at the plate. If he takes care of him, the game is over. On the other hand, if he gives up a bomb, this thing is tied. It's getting a little dicey.
Curveball misses inside.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
Popped him up. And he will make the catch down and the Angels will salvage at least the finale in this 3-game series, and the ball game is over. 7-5 tonight.
TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the American League Central, the Tampa Bay Rays put together 10 total hits as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 7-5. The Tigers launched 3 home runs as they beat the visiting Marlins 10-3. The Astros only allowed 2 hits in the game as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 3-0. The New York Yankees had 12 hits as a team as they blew out Baltimore 9-1. The Toronto Blue Jays allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they beat the visiting Red Sox 3-1. The Mets' first baseman, number 21, was a clutch performer at the dish with 4 RBIs. This year, as the Phillies disposed of the Cubs